Alright, hello guys. So I want to do a little one-off here with a game called Friday by Friedemann Friese. I think that's what it is, or Friedemann Friese. It's a solo adventure game. It's pretty fun. It's kind of a 25-minute game, really quick kind of card game. So the idea of the game is that you are Friday, and of course you are trying to get off of the island, right, according to Robinson Crusoe, and you are trying to get off the island after defeating it and defeat some pirates, and get back to resting at ease. Okay, so it's kind of a game where you try to, I guess you would say, deck build in a sense. Okay, so you deck build in a way, but not in the same way you think. So what you do is you have 18 cards here that are your fighting cards that you can utilize against the hazards. Now the hazards work in this way. There's a hazard deck right here. Now this amount of, once you go through this deck, you're going to fight off this deck here with the hazard card, or with your fighting cards. And once you go through the deck again, you're going to go to another level. So then the level increases. So you're going to try to defeat cards. Once you defeat a card, you can actually add it to your discard pile. And when you have to reshuffle your deck, you can utilize the benefits of the defeated card in your next deck, if that makes sense. So you shuffle and then you can add it. So again, it's a deck building kind of, you try to basically thin your deck out as strategically as possible. You get through the red phase and it gets even harder and harder. So it's a lot of hard, you get harder and harder, and then once you get through the deck 3 times, so you're going to run through this deck 3 times, right? You're going to have to face off against the pirates. You will choose which pirate you want to go through, and then you have to defeat one and then the other. So it's pretty exciting. It's really fun. I actually haven't ever beat it before. Actually, never have. You have 20 life points, and when we play it, we'll go through and I'll kind of explain how you play. But I hope you guys enjoy. It's just kind of a fun thing. And we'll go through it together, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy Friday here as I play through, and probably will lose, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Alright, so the basic principle of Friday here is you actually draw 2 cards. So essentially, you're going to be drawing 2 cards here on every basic game here for drawing 2 hazards. So you're going to draw 2 hazards here, okay? And once you draw 2 hazards, you're then going to actually shuffle. Or not shuffle, you're not going to shuffle anything here. You're going to choose the cards you want to play. So, for instance, these are 2 cannibal cards. They're both difficult, so they're the same card. So I can choose one, I then can discard that. So we're going to discard that, and we're going to face off against the cannibals. Now, if you see a number right here, there's a 5 right there. That's the amount of cards I can draw from my hand to try and equal. Since we're in the green phase, as you can see, I can try to equal that. I have to equal it or better it to defeat this card and get it and add a weapon to my hand. So you'll see that here in a second. So let's do that real quick here. So if you see right here, we have cannibals. We can draw 5 cards, up to at least 5 cards. So looks like my card's upside down. I don't want to do that. So weak. So I have a weak card, has no points. So that's a 0-point value towards that 5. So that's 1. 2 weak. So I have 2 drawn there. 3. So that's focus. So I have 1 point. 4. There's 1 right there. And then here's the other one here. So 5. So distracted. So -1. So I have 5 cards drawn, and a total of points, I have 1 point, because -1 takes away the focused. So I have 1 point towards 5. So if you look at that, I'm losing by 4 health points. Okay? Now I can choose to lose. I'm absolutely going to choose to lose to the cannibals by 4. And the reason why, now I know it sounds a little bit difficult here, is because when you lose points, so if I lose, I've chosen to lose, I actually pay the 4, right? And I just get rid of them, right? So I pay the 4. Now I've lost 4 life points there. I can actually choose to burn away 3 cards using those 4. I can use to basically take 1 of the points here and take these horrible cards and take them out of my deck. So now I take these, put that in a discard, and now my discard, where I'm going to shuffle again once I'm done, then that goes into a more of it's like a leaner one, so I have good cards at the end. But unfortunately, because I didn't win, I have to actually then put that back into the discard pile. And so that's one way of turns. So right now, as you can see, I already don't, I have 16 points left. But you'll see it gets a little bit easier. So if you look right here, exploring the island or exploring the island. Man, I should probably shuffle these again. So I have exploring the island or exploring the island, so I'm going to pick one of them. It doesn't matter which one I pick, I guess. Put that one there on the hazard discard. And I only need 1 point. So let's see if I can get 1 point here. Nope, distracted. So I need 2 points here. And weak. So I'm actually losing by 2 because I've already drawn my 2 cards there. So I'm actually going to take another 2. I know this sounds bad again. This is probably why I lose. But I want to get rid of the distracted and 0 cards because those guys take up so many points. Because I've lost 2, I can actually get rid of those cards. And now my deck is going to be even better when I get back, when I have to reshuffle it. So let's draw another 2. So I have, a wild animal and exploring the island. Now, wild animal is 4. Now, this might be the time to try and defeat the wild animal, if that makes sense, because the fact that I know I already gone through a couple of the negative cards here, and I can probably get to that 4, whereas exploring the island, I do get the card, but I have to then, of course, still have to face wild animal later, and that's a 7. So I may choose to go through wild animals first. And the reason why is because it's going to be harder later on to face them. So let's see if I can do this here. So -1 distracted, so I'm 5 away. So it's 4. That's 4 cards here. Look at that. So eating. So +2 life. That's pretty good. So I can add 2 life there. Okay. So that's the second card. Oh, and there's the third card. And oh my gosh, look how many bad cards I have. Holy cow. So that's -2 plus a 4. So I missed it by 6. So I'm going to pay 6 right here. So 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see if this is even smart at all, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 points left. I'm going to absolutely get rid of all of those bad cards. Keep the eating card because that's a +2 life, and I'm going to take away wild animals. Probably should have gone with, after looking, I should have explored the island there. All right, so with the raft to the wreck, that's a good card for this time, and further exploring the island. Ooh, that's a good one to look at there. So if you look at it on the bottom here, you can actually see what cards you get from it. So sort 3 cards or +2 cards. Now the sort 3 cards, if you look at the actual instructions here, it gives you kind of a heads up of what the cards would do. So for instance, sort 3 cards says you can draw up to 3 cards, one after the other from the Robinson deck, so this one, and look at them. Afterwards, you can discard up to 1 of these cards to the Robinson discard pile and place the remaining cards face down on the Robinson discard pile in the order you choose. Or I can just do 2 cards, which you can draw up to 2 additional cards, fighting cards for free, placing them on the right side of the hazard card, which is the right side of this one. So if you think about it, the ability to see cards and then discard one is a pretty good card, I guess you'd say. But right now, we kind of do want to be able to win something. So it's fun to have the raft. I'm going to actually play this one, further exploring the island. I know there's a card that's going to give us plus points here. I know there's one coming up, so we're going to try to do that. So there's one. So focused. It looks like Robinson's focused here for us, or Friday's focused. And genius. So we have made it. We have 3, and that is 2. So we get to have this card now added to our deck, and we're going to take that right here, and we're going to add that there to our deck as well. Okay. So let's go to our next one here. So further exploring the island, okay, or with the raft to the wreck. So I'm going to say +1 life or +1 card. Because we're down in life, I'm going to absolutely do that there. And because it's a 0, I can actually take this card. I don't have to play a card because I don't need to. I can actually just take, with the raft to the wreck, I can just take the raft to the wreck there and I don't actually have to play anything, so I can get that card. So that's not a bad card. All right, so if we look here, we got explore the island and further explore the island. So one gives me +1 life and 1 plus times exchange. I'm going to go for exploring the island. I want those life cards right now. Those are absolutely beneficial at this point in the game because I don't have very many left here. So we just need to get 1 with drawing 2. So let's try that out. So there's a week, which is always horrible, and another week. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll just have to thin out our deck a little more. We'll take 1 life point hit, and I know it's ironic or a coincidence that exploring the island and that gives us a +1 would actually take away, but we're going to take away one of these weak cards, and we're going to pay the price to get rid of that one. So now we're going back to exploring the island again, trying our hazards here. So we can either go with this one or that one. I want to go further exploring the island. Reasoning behind it, of course, is I want to be able to try to get 1 life and be able to thin out our deck a little bit. So we're going to check. So 0 is weak there, so I need to get a 2. Need to get a 2. -1. My goodness, I am just terrible at this game. It looks like, or at least getting the worst hand, really. So that means we're 3. So let's do it. Let's just go for it. We're already in the rabbit hole. Let's just try to thin our deck out as much as we can. Let's get rid of these garbage cards here and see if we can, by chance, kind of thin our deck as much as we can. So one more time here. Let's try to not lose as many as we can, but try to get there. So we're going to definitely, with the raft to the wreck, we're going to take that one, and we're going to take it and put it on our raft there, which is kind of nice. Look at that. We get a couple other ones that are nice here. So with the raft to the wreck, or the further exploring the island, I'm going to take the raft to the wreck there because I want to get some cards in my hand that'll give me a couple of strategy points that'll give me the opportunity to be smart about what I'm doing here. So the next one, exploring the island or raft to the wreck. This is going to give me +2 cards. You guys probably can't read that very well, but it's going to give me +2 cards for equipment. So that's not bad at all because that will give me the ability to kind of run through and grab cards. So I might do that because, well, you know what? Let's explore the island because I want to get a good weapon card. Because a weapon card, if you see if I win this one, I can get a 2 weapon card. So that's pretty good. Let's try that. So I can draw this one here. 0. Oh no, that's not good. So let's try C. So you see how I don't actually have any more? So I have to actually shuffle my Robinson deck here because I need to actually get more cards to play there. Alright, so with it being that we have no more cards in our Robinson deck, our fighting card deck here, we got to actually shuffle here. And then we have to take the top card without looking at it of the aging. This is the aging deck, aging deck, which kind of makes it so that your character does kind of grow older, or makes it a little difficult. Basically, it makes it so you kind of have a time limit. And as you can tell, I actually don't have really a time limit because I'm just going to die real quick. But nonetheless, you guys can see this is an absolutely fun game real quick here. I think it was only like 13 bucks or so. And it's a really fun game by Rio Grande game. So I've shuffled the cards here real quick. I wanted to definitely get a nice little shuffle there. So we can go through, and now we can draw our next card to see if we can by chance get a good 1 card. Here we go. Ooh, look at that, focused, fantastic. So now we can grab the weapon card. But of course, since I didn't lose, I can't get rid of, I can't destroy that that weak card. So now I'm gonna have that ready for the next time I have a round here. So now we're gonna do the same thing as before. So kind of rinse, wash, and repeat there. Or wash, rinse, and repeat. So explore the island or explore the island. Well, it looks like I'm going to explore the island, but we'll try to figure out which card I'm going to choose. So 1 below the pile or 1 double. The difference between these two guys is that I believe the double, if we look real quick here, it's kind of one of those things you kind of have to look through a couple times to see what card you're getting here, just to make sure, because there are a little bit of a difference here. Double, you can actually double the fighting points of one other face-up fighting card. You can only double a single fighting card value once per fight. If you have multiple copies of this ability, you must use them on different fighting cards. This ability is not cumulative. This ability only activated at the end of the fight when you compare fighting points. So essentially, you can make it so that it doubles the amount of a hit of one card. So I'm going to take this one, and we're going to try and see if we can explore the island. And let's see what we got. So we can draw 2 cards. So first one is Deception. So one times below the pile. So let's look real quick at what 1 times below the pile means. So 1 times below the pile, let's see here. Yeah, below the stack. I think below the stack is the same here. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's the same. You place one of the other face-up fighting cards down at the bottom of the Robin stack. If you choose one of the... I don't think that's actually it. No? Is it? Below the pile. I thought it was that. Yeah, so you place one of the other face-up fighting cards face down at the bottom of the Robinson stack. If you choose one of the free cards from the left side of the hazard card, you can draw an exchange. Card. If the Robinson stack is empty, shuffle the Robinson deck pile before placing the card. So not really a good card in the sense, because it's basically taking a card and putting it underneath to make it so that you can continue going. But at this point, not really useful. Just absolutely not. So our second card here is going to be Focus. So we do get it, which is great. So we got the double. So that's great for us there. Our already kind of conceived deck of being a little better is working out for us. So with the Raft to the Wreck, or the other with the Raft to the Wreck, we want life. So we're going to do this one with food. We definitely want that, because more of the food, the better. At least during this green phase, when we can try to get through a couple rounds trying to get that. So 0, that gives it to us without even having to try, which is good. We want that. I can choose to go for it and play a card, but I don't think I really want to. I don't want to run through my cards too much, I guess. Or do I? You know what? Because I'm getting close to the bottom here, I can run through my cards a little better, and then I can actually get that card back, these cards back into my hand. So let's do it. So +1 food, so that's a 0, so +1 life. So I get a life. There you go. So now I gained a life, won the cards, and now that's in my hand. So 2 here. So let's see here. So it's 2 or a 4. Well, I'm not about to do the 4 anymore. I've learned my lesson, so we're going to further explore the island and see what we can do here. Okay. So 3 cards can be drawn, if you guys can see there. So let's see here. All right, so strategy, 2 times exchange. So let's check again. Let's see what exchange means here. I think it's because you can exchange up to 2 of the other face-up cards following the same rules as above. You must finish the first exchange before starting the same. You cannot exchange the newly drawn card as your second exchange. Of course, you can do this. If you do this, you cannot use the special ability of the exchange card. So essentially, you can place the other face-up fighting card on the Robinson discard pile, basically, and draw a new card. But we don't have anything drawn already, so we can't really do much to utilize it yet. So let's try and see if we can use this. So Scared. So that is our played card. So that's an aging card there. Definitely not good. We don't like that at all. So let's see here. So I can actually play. I want to get rid of this. This has to take 2 though. 2 of those points to pay for. I can probably utilize the points, a special ability on this, the 2-time exchange. So I can probably play that and get rid of this card, right? So I can probably put this, but I don't really want to put that on the discard pile. I want to get rid of this card. It's not good to have that guy. So let's try and do one more try here. So weak, that's good. I can get rid of it at least. So I'm down by 2. So I'm going to lose 2 life points at the end of it, right? Because I didn't make any points at all. 2. But that's still, with the 2 there, as you see, it costs 2 life points to get rid of. And I'm going to be able to do that. So that's good. So I got rid of 2 life points. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the card. But that does allow me to get rid of that aging card, which is what you absolutely want to do. So we can go with the raft to the wreck, or we can try to explore the island. Now we can get a weapon or one destroy. I'm going to choose a weapon. I want to see if I can get that 1 point there. So we have to draw 2 cards for free at least. So 1 focused, and that means we're done. Now I can do another card, which I'm going to, because we are getting really close to the end of this, and I want to see if I can get these cards into my hand as fast as possible. So let's do another one. So 2, that's a genius card, so we win, and we get that one, which is great. We get that card in our hand, so when we have our next hands, we're going to have more weapons to be able to utilize. And if you see here, we only have 2 cards left, so we're absolutely in good position to play here. Alright, so we have wild animals, or with the raft to the wreck. So I'm going to do with the raft to the wreck. I don't want to take any more chances getting, I guess, hurt. I guess I could do wild animals. Let's do that. Let's do wild animal 4. And this could be the end of my game, honestly. This could be a terrible move because it's a 4, but I only have 2 left here. But I want to run through them one more time to see if I can get through the cards as fast as I can. So let's do this. So eating, so +2 life, very good for me. So 1 of 4 cards I can play. That's 2, so that means I can take 2 cards there. And let's see, vision means... Okay, let's see what vision means real quick here. Oh boy. It's like it doesn't want to tell me ever. Pirate cards. Man. So sort 3 cards. So sort 3 cards, you can draw up to 3 cards, one after the other, from the Robinson stack and look at them. Afterwards, you can destroy up to 1 of these cards to the Robinson discard pile and place the remaining face down at your own discretion of what you want to do. So I need to draw another one, so that means I need to take an aging card and then take my normal cards and shuffle them together here. There's a lot of shuffling in it, so you can see the cards have already gotten a little bit aged here, but absolutely a great little blast game here. So let's see how far I can get. I know I'm not going to get to the Pirates one because you can see how little life I have left already. Okay. Alright, so got our cards all shuffled there. We can draw 2 more cards. Here we go. Food, great. So I'm at 2, so I need 2 more here. 2 more hit points there to add up to 4. So I have 2 here. Alright, and 0, so below the pile. Now I can activate this vision card to sort the cards. Now it's not going to do too much, but I can try and see to make sure that I won't come across that aging card here. So I can look at the top 3 cards here, and look at that. I can discard that guy, so he's not going to be in the hand, so I know I won't have to worry about that discard pile. As you can see, the aging cards are -2, they're bad. Then I can put this guy, these guys on the right path here, so I can get it here, so I can double, or I can exchange. Doesn't much matter with those guys, but doubles you got 1 point with double, so let's put that guy on top. So right now I have 2 points. I've already added the food there, so I've already done food, I've already done eating, I've already played vision. Let's see here. I think below the pile, if I know correctly, that you can place one of the face cards back face down at the bottom of the Robinson stack. If you choose one of the free cards from the left side, you can draw an exchange card. Ooh. So let's do that. So let's draw this food card or eating. Let's do eating. Let's put this guy face down at the bottom of the deck, and then I can actually then draw another card in exchange. So that would mean I have a repeat. So a repeat card, which is a 1, right? So I've already used all of these cards up. Now a double card, if I look at the thing real quick again, a double card means you can double the fighting points of one other face-up card. You can only double a single valid point for 1 per fight. So that's the fighting value of that guy. So this is 1. I can then double this guy, so it's going to be a 4. So 4, 5, that beats a 4, and I just won that card, which is great. So I now have sort 3, ready for my next action. Now, if you look here, it looks like we don't have any more. So now we're going to have to get these hazards all shuffled up here. And then we have to change that green light to a yellow light, which means they're going to be facing off against even worse opponents. That's not always good because, of course, they're a little bit harder. So let's check it out here. I think I've shuffled that nicely there. Okay, there we go. Shuffle that guy, not too bad. Now we're going to change that to a yellow. We're all set for round number 2. All right, so the cards are shuffled here. Let's get right back to it here. Let's do one more shuffle real quick. Okay, and let's get going. So we have 2 hazards here. Now we are in the yellow phase, so now we're looking at the yellow light. So exploring the island's a little bit more tricky at this point, if you can see here. We got to kind of get through these guys. So destroy card or copy. So let's see real quick what destroy card. We know what copy means, because a copy, of course, you can copy a special ability of one other face cup card to use it again. You can copy the same ability with several copy abilities. Generally, you can copy any special ability. Essentially, you can just copy it. Now, destroy, though, not all fighting cards in the Robinson's deck are helpful for you. With this ability, you turn one of the other drawn fighting cards face down. The abilities of this card are canceled for the current fight, but the card still counts as a fighting card and has a fighting value of 0. This card cannot be removed by any other special ability. After the end of the fight, you destroy this face-down card and remove it from the game. So I don't feel like that's a great card in a sense. I don't want to touch that one too much, if I can, even though it gives us 1. I like the mimicry one right here. So let's explore the island real quick and see if we can get a 3 attack points. So let's do it. So we have strategy. So that's ×2 exchange. I can draw 2 cards. So there's 1. So I can get 1. So let's see here. So exchange means, let's see what that says here for us. Survey says you place one of the other face-up fighting cards on the discard pile. You can choose, so draw a new card as a replacement. Place it on the same spot. So it looks like we're going to probably lose this one by 2. So that kind of sucks here because we only got 1. Although I can lose 1 life, let's lose 1 life. I can use it, and then I can play another card. It's an old gamble, but I feel like it's going to pay off. And it does. Look at that. So I lost a life, but I got to 3, which means we've saved a life, essentially, from losing it, and I got the card. So in all in all, it was kind of a win, basically. So it looks like we have further exploring the island, or cannibals. Cannibals is 9. Now I absolutely do not feel like we are ready to get that. So let's go for the further exploring the island, which is going to give us 1 food. So let's fight through this one to see if we can get this here. So 3 cards can be drawn real quick. So weak, which is a terrible card. Food, which is a good card for getting life back. So we get the life back, which is good. We need to get 5 points now with this 1 card, which is not going to happen. So again, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So see how this game works? You really do detest the fact that you're having to basically fight for it, right? You're trying to fight for the difference of this. So at this point, I'm going to be down 5. I'm trying to think, in this package right here, do I think this next card right here will have enough to make the difference? So if I paid 1 life, would it be worth to get this guy? Because it would have to be essentially a card that allows me to basically play other cards. You know what I mean? It has to be something that would have that. So I would lose 5 points, but then I can get rid of these 3 cards, or just get rid of the cards in general. So that would be a good card. Let's try to do that. Let's play smart. So let's pay a life and play 1 more card to see if it'll help. So it does. So that gets us 2. So we're only down by 3. Now if we lost a life, that means we have to pay 4 life. So we missed 1 life, which is good, but still not great. So in the end, we're paying the same, I guess we're paying the same amount really, because we're paying 4 and we've already lost to 5, so we really have, let's see here, so we're losing 3 because we're losing 3 dice because we have 2 and 5, so that's 3. So we lost a 1, which is good. So now we can get rid of these 3 awful cards. Now food is good, but it doesn't give us the basically what we want, which is to be able to attack at this point. We now want to attack. I could take food. Let's. This time we do need to get rid of the 0 cards. We do need to do that, and let's get rid of that card here. So this will be exciting. We'll see what happens here on our next hazards. Let's check. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so further explore the island for 5, or with the raft. So phase -1. Ooh. So phase -1. I think it's actually you take. During the time there, if you fight against the hazard in the yellow phase or the red phase, you can reduce the hazard by 1 phase. If you fight in the yellow phase, you now check the green hazard for the value instead of the yellow. This action is only activated at the end of the fight when you compare fighting points with the hazard value. This special ability is useless against green phase and pirates. So we should go for this guy because we definitely want to see if we can get the hazard down. We want to pull it down to that last level there if we can, that next level down. So let's see, we need to get 1 point of fighting. And we do, we get 1 focus, which is great. So we can put this guy on top there and get that next one. So let's look here. So it looks like we have a 7 or a 5. Well, I don't even have to look at it. I'm not prepared to get a 7 really. I actually don't feel like we have enough. Currently we have 5 health points left here, and well, it's not looking too good for old Friday here. So let's look here. So 3, we need to get 3 points. We need to get 5 points altogether. So we have 1 focused, which is good, and 2 weapon. So that's 2. So we have 3 total. We need to get 2 more points with this last one. Do we have a genius? Do we have a genius? We have an eating. Okay, well, that's not terrible. It's not terrible, really. So we get 2 points left, right? We get 2 points to health. That's not bad. So that's 2 points. I'm down by 3. I'm down by 2. So essentially, what I'd be doing is I'd be giving up the 2 points I just got there with the card. So I absolutely have no problem doing that. For this, at least, I want to try and see if I can get those cards that I won into my hand now. And so we're going to now shuffle the deck here and add this card. So it's an aging card on top of there. And now the deck's so thick here, we can actually shuffle the cards. Not very good, of course. Let's do this. Okay. Not really sure where I learned this game, where I found it actually. It might have been at one of my local game stores. It's actually pretty fun. It's not bad. So, alright, we are set. We have 1 left. Alright, so we're in the yellow phase. Do we want to get 2 cards or do we want to destroy a card? I want to get 2 cards. I absolutely do not want to destroy cards. Once you get to the red phase, you want to stay within your cards. You want to keep your cards. But I feel like from green to yellow, as you play, you want to progress through those cards faster. So, let's check it out. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have 1 card to get 1. Here we go. 1 focused. We got it. There we go. Okay, so that's 1 card there. Alright, so let's go quickly through here. So exploring the island or with the raft to the wreck. Plus 1 life or 1 copy. Ooh, food. And it's a 1 hit. Let's do that. Let's try that one. This could be a pretty bad turn here for us, but 2 turns I can probably get it. Oh, crap. Well, that's terrible. Very tired. That means stop. So if you want to know what stop means, it legitimately means stop. This card means you stops drawing your free cards. If you must place this card on the left side of your hazard card, you must stop immediately. Even if you don't get all the allowed free cards, if you draw this card by paying an additional life point, you place it on the allowed... Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. At this point, you can tell we're screwed. We lose 3 health at this point. Wow, that's terrible. So since this is 2, I can actually get rid of it because we've lost 3 points. And, well, I mean, with 2 health points left, we don't have very much to live for at this point. So it was fun playing, but we'll try and see if we can get through as many cards left here. So with the raft to the wreck here, we'll play that. We have 1 point there, so let's go there. Okay. Oh, look at that. We have strategy, and we don't even get a point. Gosh dang it. to exchange. Oh, look at that. I can exchange no cards. Ooh. So let's see here. Oh, crap. Well, I think the only play I have is to lose this one by 1 and then get rid of the strategy card. I love that card, but unfortunately, you got to get rid of those. Got to get rid of those 1 cards when we need points. So let's see if we can get through this one here. All right, so cannibals or with the live track. Well, we're gonna do with the raft to the wreck. Okay, it's only 1 point. Okay, 1 here. Look at that, we got 1. So there we go. So we're good to go. We can continue on with our 1 point of health. Not gonna last too much longer here, especially when we have to explore the island or further explore the island. Let's explore the island. Okay, so here we go. 2 cards drawn. Look at that, we did a genius card. I'm taking it right now. I'm not going to look through any more. I don't want to have a -1 or anything like that from any aging cards at all. We're going to play like that. So, here we go. 2 more cards. All right. Do we go for the 3 or the 1? Let's go for the 1 because I don't want to have any issues with getting the 3rd point there. Even though it's a better card, that food card's a better card, let's just try. 1 card focused. All right, we're doing pretty well. Our hand is getting more and more crap cards in it now because we're just going for the easiest cards. So I can, oh boy. So this is a good point to look here. So I only had 1 card left on the deck. So if you look through the rules real quick here, it says right here, let's see here. All right. There's a point here. I think there's, let's see. No more. Starting in action 1. All right. So if there is exactly 1 card left, which is exactly right, you draw this card and decide if you want to fight against this card or not. Instead of fighting, you can decide to discard this card without fighting and continue to the next phase. I'm absolutely doing that because I do not want to face in a 7 to get through with my life. So let's try to see if we can get to the red phase. I know it's not really worth any of our time here because of the fact that we are already so far below, but we'll do it anyways. We'll see what happens. So let's shuffle our deck here real quick, see what we got here. Okay, shuffling. We're now in the red phase here. It's always good to do that. And we have 1 health life left. Let's see what the red phase brings us, a 3 or an 8. Good looking here. We're going to do a 3 because I do not want to have to worry about it. So, got 1 card to get a 3, and it's not going to happen. So, might as well just, yeah, I'm done. I'm dead. I no longer have any more life points left. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. The idea is, as you play it, as you progress through it, you're going to be able to figure out what cards you want and what cards you don't want. This game is really fun. It's fun because it's quick. It's really quick to play. If you're not talking through it, you can just kind of go if that, and then keep adding cards and get rid of cards and shuffling and getting through it. It's really rewarding. Like I said, I haven't beaten it, but I've gotten down to the last pirate ship, and these pirate cards are fun. So, like, you have to go up to the 16 level. So, like, instead of 3, you have to get to 16. Each additional fighting card costs 2 life points. So, there's just a really great mechanic around this game that makes it exciting and fun to play, even though it's so challenging. It will kick your butt, and it won't sacrifice anything because it's so difficult, or the level of playing is up there. But it is fun because the art, the idea, the simplicity of it all, having different ways of going around the game board, very fun. I think that I absolutely love this game, and I hope you guys do. Again, this is just a one-shot review here. The reason why I did this was because my camera wasn't working very well for one of my videos, and so I got a little depressed, so I wanted to play a game here to get my mind off of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed just a little bit of a taste of a game here. Friday, definitely worth it. I would absolutely recommend definitely getting maybe on Amazon or something. It's pretty small, but it's absolutely a worthwhile game. Go ahead and get it. I absolutely recommend. Enjoy, guys. I'll see you guys again in the bleachers.